Let's talk about teaching our emergent writers to write their name with an alternative pencil. Students who can't hold a traditional pencil use something called an alternative pencil. All this really is something that has all 26 letters of the alphabet. You can see here on Pod, this is just the alphabet page. It has all of the letters. All robust AAC systems have access to all 26 letters of the alphabet somewhere within the system. So if you're using TouchChat, you can use the QWERTY keyboard as your alternative pencil. Or if you're using LAMP, there is a QWERTY keyboard in there as well. TD Snap, Pro Loco to Go, all of these commercial apps which offer robust language have an alphabet page that we can use as our alternative pencil. When we are getting started writing with an alternative pencil, we have to think about who is involved. It takes two. So we, the adult who is supporting this learner, are an important part of this. So we are going to be right there with them, talking about the letters that they choose from their alternative pencil, and we're going to be writing them down and attributing meaning to the letters they choose. So if they're picking some of the letters that are in their name that they're spelling, we want to be pointing that out and talking about it. We want to be sounding out the letters that they're choosing, sounding out the message they're making. This can be quite funny when it's total gobbledygook to try to sound out that word. It's usually a way to make students laugh. And then we also, at the very end, when they're done writing their name, we want to model how we would write their name after them. The writing routine is quite simple. All we have to do is use our alternative pencil and have them select the letters in their name first. And we are going to write down whatever they pick. We're going to talk about those letters that they're choosing. We're going to attribute meaning to them. And then we are going to show them how we write it once they're done. We are going to model with their alternative pencil, selecting each letter of their name and writing it down below what they chose. And then we're going to read it together. We're going to sound it out and read their name. It's really important that we always keep a record of our students' writing. Whenever we are using their alternative pencil, we want to be writing down on paper the letters that they are choosing. Now, it's really important that we do this because we want to be able to collect data over time to compare how they are writing at one point of time and then later once they've had a lot of opportunities to write. Each time our students write, we can use the name writing rating scale from Gretchen Hanser. This is a 7-point scale that we can use to kind of grade how our student is writing their name at that point in time. When we look at some examples in a moment, we will also look at how to grade them with this rating scale from Gretchen Hanser. I'm going to show you an example of this writing routine from the We Speak Pod YouTube channel. This is the Owens family. You're going to see Karen and her son Jaden in this video.
The first thing we need to do is write your name. Go ahead. Go ahead, buddy. You gonna write your name? I see. You see yourself. You're very handsome. J-A-Y-D-E-N. Your turn. E-W-V-U-W-O. That's a long name, Jaden. W. Should we look at what you wrote? That is how you wrote your name. Mommy writes your name. J-A-Y-D-E-N. Look. J-A-Y-D-E-N. I see an E and I see a Y. Good job. High five. Yeah, that was a good high five. All right, let's write about your photo.
So this video clip that you saw is from September 8th, 2016. And Jaden picked that long string of letters, E-Y, W-U, B-U-B, W-O-W. So on the name writing rating scale, he would probably be a 3. He's got 2 or more letters from his name, but they're in the wrong order. He has an E and a Y in there. Now let's take a look at another example. This is only 1 month later. Keep that in mind as you watch it.
Would you like to spell your name today? Mommy's going to write it down. Go ahead. J A Y N. Good boy. You spelled J A Y N. If mommy spells your name, I write J A Y D E N. D E N. Jaden. J A Y D E N. Spells Jaden. You got 4 letters right. We just skipped the D and the E.
So that's just a month later. It's pretty cool how progress happens with daily opportunities to write. That's big progress. He went from that random string to a number 5 on the rating scale, clusters of correct letters in the correct order. Jayn. So the key idea there is daily practice. Jaden got a lot of practice. He got probably many opportunities each day to practice writing his name. So we want to do this with our students every day. And we want to think about meaningful opportunities to practice writing our name. Now, in early elementary, there are lots of opportunities that we can embed throughout the day. Some really natural ones are just a sign in and a sign out when kids come into the classroom. Just have a station set up where they can put their name down, or even have them sign up for different centers. It just is a meaningful way to practice writing your name. Signing art. This is just so easy. Whip out your alternative pencil once they're done art or a worksheet or their journal. We want to just be slapping our name on there as much as possible. Another easy thing to do in early elementary that we can even kind of embed in a math lesson is the question of the day. Just having a special question where students can vote by writing their name in a column underneath the yes or the no. And then you can review it as a group and count up the survey and announce the results to the class. Now, what about our preteens and our teens? As students age, it is important to create writing opportunities that are engaging and respectful. Our teenage students may be at emergent writing level, but they have at least 13 to 18 years of experience that sets them apart from our emergent writers in kindergarten. We have to get creative and think of ways that can engage them, that tap into their specific interests. I worked with a 14-year-old who absolutely loved Bruno Mars, and we would write fan letters together, and then at the end of the letter, she would practice writing her name using her alternative pencil. It was super engaging and motivating for her, and a very age-respectful way for her to practice writing her name. This same 14-year-old also loved to browse available pets for adoption on the Pet Finder app. So we would peruse the available dogs for adoption in Vancouver. We'd read the bios, she'd pick one that she liked, and then we'd think of a name for it, and she would practice writing their name using her alternative pencil. So we're really just getting creative, finding ways to engage them, and giving them opportunities to write their name, or in this case, a pet's name. I hope this gives you some ideas for how you can engage learners of various ages in starting to use their alternative pencil and beginning to write their name.